Are we live? Come on, StreamYards. We do this every week. Are we live? Come on, StreamYards. Come on, we do this every week. Come on, catch up, chat. Are we live? I think we are. Yes! Hello, viewer. Let me press some buttons. I'm booming already. Jesus. Here we go. Hello, viewer. Today it is Sunday, January 21, 2024. I am Mr. Brune, and I trust you are all doing very well today. Oh dear. We're in the UK, obviously, you know that, folks. We are experiencing Storm Aisha. Storm Aisha, folks. All I can say is it's been a long time since I've been blown this hard. I'm here all week. On this evening's live stream, we are discussing the goings on this week in the entertainment and on the social media. It was a week where shite happened in Jollywood and probably there's some bad stuff going on in real life, but nothing too memorable. Nothing too memorable, but there you go, folks. So, as I always say, if you've not shut down for the evening, lots to get through. Shall we get those guests out? You know it, let's do it. Okay. First, he's got the wettest pocket on YouTube. It's Smilex.
It's probably true, though. It's actually true. Hello, Brown. Hi, chat.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
It's me, apparently. I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well indeed. Just enjoying the blowjobs, same as you.
Are you being blown hard? I am.
I'm being blown very hard. Aisha means alive and well, or life. So if anybody gets killed by it, that's going to be an ironic death.
Oh. Stream
Sorry.
Are you excited, my friend?
Oh, you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe.
You are the youngest sounding, oldest bastard
That's
on
me.
YouTube. So it's great to have you on, my friend.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Enjoy yourself. Shall we get the next peep out?
Definitely do it.
Okay. All the way from the land of Texas, speaking about blowing, all the way from the land of Texas Shire, she is the queen of this channel, Rennie L.
Hello there. Yes, you can ask my husband. I do so very well. But anyways, how are you, fine gentlemen, this evening?
Pretty good, you?
Doing well, thank you.
Rennie, Smilex. Are you excited?
Yeah, he was so different than I imagined. How he would sound and speak.
Was it the squeaky? Was it much more squeaky than this?
Well, a little bit more splashing and squeaking. No, I expected you to be more of a younger, less mature type of person. So I was very pleasantly surprised.
I'm definitely less mature.
Well, I mean, so are all of us, but it's no biggie.
Cutie little old bastard otter.
I was expecting a Gen Zer, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I'll take that.
There you go.
So, are you well, Rennie?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Shall we get the next peep out?
Yeah, roll whoever it is on out.
Great to have you on. Okay, so did I sound sincere?
No.
Yes.
You never do.
Next,
AF, folks.
I've been found out, folks. Next, he is quickly becoming the backbone of this channel. It is Professor R2.
Well, hello there. What's all this then?
Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hello.
I'm
doing great. Thank you. Thanks for having me on. Good to see you again, Smilex. How you doing, Rennie?
Doing good. How about you?
Oh, I'm all right. Doing well. How you doing, Brune?
Not too bad. We've got a request. Oh, sorry. Here we go.
Beep?
Yeah. How's America, R2?
Oh, it's really cold. Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, Ron DeSantis is out of the race now, so
What?
Oh,
yeah.
shucks.
Yeah.
He was
Darn
just so
it.
going to be president,
Yep.
too. Damn it.
He will, but not this time. Vice President. So, are you well, R2?
I'm doing well,
It's great to have you on, my friend. Shall we get
Thank you.
the
Yeah.
next peep out? Okay.
Bring him out.
Okay. From a VPN far, far away, it's the golden reach around droid of choice. It is Z3PO.
Hello, gay boys.
Hi, Z.
Hello there.
How are you?
Oh, warming up to this excellent panel we've got on tonight.
Mighty this evening, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? You know, there's
It
just
is.
one thing that would top this off.
A good oil bath.
Yes.
Oh.
From Uncle Owen?
Is he being extra ASMR-y tonight?
I am.
Yes.
Did anyone else tingle a little bit when he arrived?
Welcome to Bum Me, Zum Me, Bees.
Hey, that's my line.
Whoever. It wants bumming. Yes, bumming.
Get into my oil bath.
Mm-hmm.
There's room
Z.
for you all.
Z, do you enjoy a good bumming?
Oh, don't we all, Mr. Brown?
Are you a giver or receiver? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, I swap all over the place, more than swappers. in fact.
Is it better to give than receive, or receive and give? That's the question.
It's better to be a greedy, greedy girl.
I'll take that.
Okay.
We've heard. So great to have you on, Z. Shall we get the next peep on?
Oh, let's do it.
Great to have you on, mate. Okay, so what a panel, folks. What a panel. And last, but by no means least, he is the wise older of the channel. Paid up member of the Selfridges Appreciation Society. He is the great mega geek himself, Ian David Diaz.
Oh yeah, I'm having some popcorn. Lovely.
See,
how are
they're
you?
all coming in.
Again?
You weren't even on screen, and they were coming in. Look,
How did I know it was on? Could have been something. Could have not been this. And that.
shit, it is.
No. Fantastic.
It is.
It's all
That's some
poo-poo.
crunchy popcorn there.
It is, man. It's
Trust
lovely.
Brian to be different.
Are you a sweet
Thanks,
caramel
Brian.
person?
Thanks, Brian.
Is it sweet
That's
caramel
my
or is it
favourite.
salted?
No, it's sweet and salted actually.
No,
Like
Ian's
kettle
very
corn?
salty.
Nice.
Ian's
Is
very
it kettle
salty.
corn?
Oysters and snails
popcorn.
for Mega Geek.
Well, no, like kettle corn is that like sweet and salty stuff
Oh, I
that they
don't
make in
know
a
what
big
it is.
kettle.
It's just bloody popcorn. It's like
Bummer, dude.
as the
Bummer.
zone. That's what it is.
So, are you well,
Bummer.
Ian?
I'm okay. I'm doing all right. It's yeah. It's not quite as cold as it is in New York. Is it New York? Where are you from? The Americans.
Me?
Smiley?
Oh,
yeah.
America?
I'm not
The
in New York.
Americans. The Americans. I was saying. 'Cause there's two,
no.
isn't there?
Yeah. Kansas.
It's cold in Texas.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Oh, Texas as well. Bloody hell.
Texas. Yes.
It's just windy over here. It's just really windy for some reason.
Are you being blown very hard then, Ian?
Yeah, always. but is it snowing over where you are, Ian? Must be, right?
Me?
Yorkshire?
No,
Yeah, Yorkshire.
no. It's I can hear the wind outside
No.
blowing
No.
me.
Oh, okay.
We
I
have
thought
no
it was
snow.
snowing.
My bins are probably in a place where there is snow.
It's
I mean, at
very,
this point in
very-
time.
Very mild. Very mild. So
Oh.
yes, just getting blown heavily.
Mm.
Anyway,
And
I'll keep doing that joke. All
usually it's not for free, so Brown gets a freebie.
it's freebie.
Woo!
Yeah, Smilex is getting a freebie, and I'm getting a freebie. So
You take it where you can get it.
especially at my age. So panel. Oh God, what a panel, folks! What a panel!
Yeah, I can't believe it myself. How these?
Yeah, I think that every
idiots are on.
Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that every Sunday. Okay, on
Hey.
10 minutes,
Ian
let's
was
do
so
this.
excited he grabbed some popcorn.
That's right.
I will say hello, chat. Good evening.
Hello, chat.
Good evening. Good evening, chat. Great to see you. Okay, we'll do a super chat. We'll get it out of the way. Romeo, Tango, November, Zulu for $5 New Zealand dollars. Hale Brown, Prof. R2 will agree. You need to check out stream Clobbering Times about Trek or Blake 7. He's into old school comics, sci-fi.
It is good. It's on a very good time for you, Brown. It starts live at about 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's like about 3 or 4
On
a.m.
Saturdays.
for you to
Too late for
join
me.
him,
That's too late even for me.
But it is pretty good.
You might could invite him on for something. Definitely, if we do some Star Trek movies or something,
He's
would
very
absolutely
wholesome,
eat it
isn't
up.
he? He's very wholesome.
Great.
He's
much
really
like me.
nice.
Lovely.
Much like
He's
me,
really
yeah.
nice.
Cool guy.
He is.
I've met him. He's super, super nice. I think you would get along with him great. He loves sci-fi.
Yeah.
I don't know why you haven't had him on yet, to be honest.
Clobby has actually adopted me. I'm actually officially his child. He said that to me in multiple chats. I worked nights for a year, so I was able to get on there.
Sorry.
Yeah, so when I was working nights, I got to appear live in the chat, and yes, he has.
Yes, Clobby is awesome.
He's lovely.
Jamalama, love Clobby. Okay. Clobby. I'll reach out to him.
I think somebody's getting mugged outside.
The problem is, Bobby tends to stream like every single day. So,
did you just say somebody's being mugged outside, Ian?
Yeah, outside my door.
I've got an
outside
alibi.
my balcony.
Are you hearing a scuffle or something, or
yeah,
what?
I'm hearing a fight. A fight.
Oh
yeah.
my.
Yeah, well,
just open your window and be like, just shoot him already, or just stab him already. No, just kidding.
Can you
Don't do
switch
that.
the camera at all?
No. I wish I could.
Oh
my
boy.
God.
We want the tea.
Okay, let's do this then, folks. Episode 185, Musings, Sunday, January 21.
She looks nice there.
She does.
Shame
Yeah.
she's been kicked out because she's not gay.
We'll get to that.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or not the yeah.
Yeah.
Without being a toxic white male, she's got beautiful green eyes. Moving on.
Please like and share and subscribe, please.
Hence
Thank you.
the green background of the thingy.
Thank you.
Please donate the channel. In fact, look, here we go. In fact, let's just from the top. Oh.
One. One.
There you go. I think we're all agreed, folks. Yeah,
They'd all
apart
give her
from
one.
R2. Well, R2, but anyway.
Well, I think it's back. She needs to go back to Coronation Street now, doesn't she? Since she's out of a job.
She probably make more money.
Yeah, probably.
But anyway, okay. Brian would as well. Okay, let's move on then. So please like, share, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Please donate the channel if you're that way inclined. Keep the lights on. Okay, so we're not gonna try and do spoilers, folks, because I've still to watch this.
Oh, where's Time Profit when you need him for spoilers?
Okay.
Time Prophet would say, I haven't watched this at all.
Haven't you?
What?
Shame on you, because it's really good.
You so
that's
lazy.
what Time Prophet would say. I have seen
I was
this.
gonna say wait.
I watched season 1. I watched all of season 2.
Yeah, so
Oh my gosh. Yes, same. I just finished the last episode on Friday night. Holy shit. What did you guys think? Yeah, no, it was good.
I really
but
liked it.
It gave off a not sure if we're coming back vibe, and I didn't like that. So
They are definitely coming back for season 3. Because there's such a big success on Prime. It really is. But the people in charge hate him because obviously he's not woke enough. The show's not woke enough.
Like he plays Jack Reacher like pretty perfectly. Like according to what the book describes him to be like.
Yeah.
He should work out more, I think, because he's a bit weedy for me.
What?
A trip to the hairdresser's purple.
Oh my gosh. So according to a friend of mine in the industry, because season 1 and season 2 were very different, but he said that they were filmed at the same time, but that they're currently filming season 3, because I was like, because I didn't have Prime when this last episode came out, so he sent it to me and I was like, is it over? What's going on? It sounded like a goodbye. And he's like, no, they're filming season 3. It's fine. I'm like, okay.
Well, if you know Jack Reacher, it's not a goodbye. He travels alone.
Well,
he
yeah, he does.
Travels, you know, so it seemed like a goodbye, but
was he the Chinese version?
What?
Jack Reacher. Moving on.
Wouldn't it be Leacher? But
sorry,
anyways.
I killed it, folks.
Yeah.
Not Brian. I won't read that out. Amelia Bedelia. My.
Oh no.
Oh,
Phil
yeah,
Long.
There was an almost fully nude Reacher in frame, so it was pretty nice.
I know that gentleman in real life, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you?
Wow. Do you really?
I do indeed. Hello, Phil.
It's really funny because the ending, right? What one of the best things about Jack Reacher, I'm not going to give any spoilers away, is that it's at the ending of each season is satisfying. You know, unlike some shows you watch, and it's never satisfying. It's like, you know what I mean? But yeah, what
I will say they led you to believe that something was going on that wasn't, and then I don't know when they showed that. I'll just leave it this way. When they showed that jar with the stuff in it, that really, really made me sad because I didn't think that, you know.
Wasn't fat or lobber, human growth hormone, the movie.
I haven't seen series 2. I've seen series 1 and I did quite enjoy it. It had that sort of 80s vibe to it in a lot of ways. It kind of like episodes of The Incredible Hulk or the A-Team. It had that, you know, that one guy against the baddies.
Yeah.
And everyone was very clear cut as to what their role was in the episodes.
But that's kind of what Jack Reacher is. You know,
yeah. I mean, I read a couple of the books, and I get that. I thought he played it really well. I've heard mixed things about series 2, and it's kind of put me off starting it. I was kind of waiting for it all to finish and then get some feedback from people.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's worth your time.
I'll give it a go. I'll give the second series
I enjoyed it up until the finale, and then I thought it turned to overproduced nonsense.
Like
I really hated the finale. It felt like I was watching Brosnan Bond with some of the ridiculousness of plot armor.
Does he turn
invisible?
Is
it because of the the long exit? Or was it because of the stuff before that?
No, I think it's more the ridiculous stunts, especially the plane scene. I really, really. So I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed season 1.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this is what Jack Reacher is all about. You know, it's very much an 80s thing. And if you notice, and if you watch 80s movies, they do have endings like that. So I was pretty chuffed to see the ending. And I really loved the stuff that happened at the end. So, you know.
I'm just going to say I am kind of like Z, where I was like, I expected more out of the last episode. And it was like, I want to say it was the shortest episode of the season, if not like one of the shortest. I was disappointed in that.
Here you go, folks. Princess Fiona. It was definitely a bit ovary. The top action wives.
Yeah, they were pretty much kill everyone.
Yeah. But I mean that's what I expected for the ending, because as I said, it's definitely an 80s thing.
Yeah.
And in the 80s, you know, you would have just lapped all this up. And I welcome it because I'm tired of all the crap that's on TV, and this was very enjoyable.
Yeah, it's nice. It's refreshing to get something that isn't like doesn't require all this really extra depth and all this kind of stuff. It's just a fairly straightforward tale.
Are you saying it's not made for modern audiences?
Well, I think it's the same audience that probably enjoyed Tulsa King last year. And that's solid as well. That's a solid show. I think it's great to actually get something that's made for something other than the modern audience, because if I look through iPlayer and various streaming services, I struggle to find things which is
it's not there's no such thing as the modern audience. It's a minority making crap that people don't want to see. The majority wants to see things like Jack Reacher.
Yeah. And I will say, as much as I did not care for the finale, I still really like the show. It's still a great show. It's just that it's such a good show, you expect the finale to be a little bit better, right? But it's still good. I would recommend it to anyone, better than any entertainment that you can catch nowadays, pretty much. So definitely recommend Reacher.
I do, Franco.
Yes.
It's not shit.
It's not shit, everybody.
That's the poster quote, Franco. It's not shit. Mega geek.
Sorry, chat moved up. Sword in the Storm. Is Tulsa King the Stallone show?
Yes, it is.
And you should be watching it.
It's a good show.
You should be watching it. Yes. Okay. Do you move on then?
I went to see just on the same level. I went to see the Beekeeper this week with
what did you think of that?
Jason Statham.
And you know what? Was the accent good?
It's the story's so stupid. What happens in it is so dumb. It's really enjoyable. It's so stupid. He beats up all the FBI people. And he was outgunned. You know what I mean?
So it's Jason Statham playing Jason Statham.
It's really silly, enjoyable. That's the thing. And I welcome stuff like that now. I really do, because I'm so tired of going to the cinema and seeing all these tick box things and stuff like that. And then when I went to see Jason Statham kick ass, I was like, yeah. Oh, one more thing, right? One more thing.
What?
In the Beekeeper, right?
Spoilers.
Just a small spoiler. They send someone to kill him, and it's this black woman, right? She's just crazy. She's got this huge machine gun. And you know what Beekeeper did to her? Beat the crap out of her and burnt her alive. Get in.
Are there any actual bees in it?
Yes, there is, yeah.
Oh, good. Right, I'm there.
Now,
I've heard there's a good buzz around this film.
Did not.
Sorry.
Are you a dad? Oh.
I literally thought that because she was a woman, she was gonna beat the crap out of Jason Statham, but no, thank God he beat that crap out of her. So there you go. So it's a new one on screen, isn't it? There you go.
So Ian recommends Beekeeper, everybody. Igor, I saw this. Despite positive praise, Reacher Seasons 2 Rotten Tomatoes audience score shows that the season has been underwhelming compared to Season 1.
Well, what did I guess the check didn't clear then.
Yeah, what did it get on Rotten Tomatoes?
Fuck knows.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you didn't bother to research it before you posted
No,
that?
Rotten Tomatoes. It's Rotten Tomatoes. Just
yeah. Well, I know people that like season 1 better than season 2, but I also know people that like season 2 better than season 1. But if you want the same old story going on and on and on, that's just not what Jack Reacher's life is like. So you're not going to get that. Every season should be different.
79% audience score. Wow.
Yeah, 91% for season 1. So it's dropped to what?
12%.
But that's not bad though.
No, and I don't know. I still thought season 2 was good.
10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, Rotten Tomatoes was the place to go.
It was. That's corrupt.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen the articles over the years.
Oh yeah,
they're clearly being paid off and in the pockets of quite a bit of studios. So, who cares what they think, really?
Okay, so do we think this is correct then? I'm kind of getting the feeling this is a 50-50. Some people might say it is.
It's number one in Amazon, so I don't see how people didn't like it, because it's number one, and Night Agent's number one on Netflix.
Maybe they're just trying to get people not to watch it because it doesn't tick all the boxes.
Exactly. So Night Agent has the same amount of action stuff like that than Reacher. So that's what people want to see. I don't know how they don't get that.
Dude, it's a guy going around kicking ass and killing people. How can you not like it? It's fun. It's a really fun show.
Yeah.
There you go. We recommend it still. Let's move on then, folks. Okay.
Fantastic.
I just thought I'd pop this in. Better Call Saul has set an unfortunate Emmys record for most losses ever.
Oh,
get this, folks, because it was the Emmys last week, wasn't it? It received 53 Emmy nominations during its run and never won a single one.
We know why, though, don't we? We know why.
No.
Because of the stupid religion, and also, how could Barbie get nominated and Better Call Saul didn't get nominated? Didn't win anything. Barbie won what? How many? 2, 3? That's terrible. The show is brilliant. It's really well lit. It's really well performed. It's really intelligently written. Can't say any fairer than that, can you?
No, the directing was beautiful. The cinematography was stunning from every episode, and it had quite a lot of female directors and producers and writers working on it as well. So they had all the representation that they probably needed. It was actually one of the few things that was true, but I think it was one of those things that was a proper water cooler TV show. People were talking about it. It had buzz around it, and not Brian. I know he was very disappointed, and I feel the same. Rhea Seehorn was fantastic. I fell in love with that character last year. I thought she was fantastic.
Yeah,
just
such a great show. Such a good show. He's brilliant as well, Bob. He's really terrific actor and just comes across very natural and very likable as well.
Yeah, and the supporting cast was brilliant as well. It was, him obviously and Rhea Seehorn, but there was plenty of others as well that were regulars on that show that just didn't get a nod. A real shame.
You know what, folks? If they did, because I know, was it Something Hank? I can't remember. There was a series that he went straight into Something Hank, which was cancelled. So I think he's doing Nobody too, but he should do Saul Goodman, The Prison Years. I'd watch that. That'd be great.
If they could get Vince Gilligan back to do some of the writing, then I'd be all for another spin-off of that show.
Yeah. No, I think it ended perfectly, and they shouldn't spoil it. They really shouldn't. I hear that they're considering making another Picard movie or some nonsense like that. And it ended so well, didn't it? And they're going to spoil it.
Well,
I mean, I actually do agree with you. I think following that character around would probably be a bad move. But I think there is probably still juice in that series. There is still something else you could squeeze out of it. I don't think you could do it with Saul Goodman, but you could probably find another way to get back into that world.
Anyway, okay, let's move on. Criminal, folks, which is ironic because
I agree with Brian, definitely.
Yeah,
I agree with num.
Here we go. Sorry, here we go.
Boomerang.
Yeah.
That would get some Oscars. That would get some Emmys.
Thinking man's, or is it a man? Joke.
Thinking man's joke.
That's a thinking they them's joking man. Thinking they them's. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, this was the main snippet of news this week, then, wasn't it? Millie Gibson gone from #Doctor Who, replaced by Varada Setu. Details, blah, 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 blah. So, sacked, apparently. She was a bit of a diva on
I don't watch the show, so I caught a video that sort of got me up to speed on this news story.
Yeah, I watched
probably about an hour beforehand. Price of Reason. Yeah,
I watched that.
So, I think it is sad, but I'm sure you guys have got more to say on it than me. I've watched. I don't think I've watched Doctor Who since probably Tennant, to be quite honest.
I haven't watched it
last week.
Not the new Tennant.
I haven't watched it since Jodie took over.
Yep.
Yeah.
I watched her first. I watched her first season. I just dragged my way through it, and then I can't do season 2. I just
season 1 was hard enough.
Oh,
it was can't do it. Yeah, I made myself suffer through that one, hoping it would get better, and it didn't. I was like, nope, can't do it. Nope.
Here you go, folks. Gavin Blackburn replaced by the Andor.
I don't know if she's is she gay in real life, this new one? Anyone?
If it's convenient for her career, yes, I suppose.
Because she's an actress, so probably.
She played a gay character in Andor. I've never seen Andor, but that's what I read. So, but the thing is, though, it might be the case that Millie was being a bit of a diva and, caused a lot of trouble on. But or it could be the case that she's blonde and blue-eyed and
that's right,
doesn't really work.
Too pretty.
Yeah, she's white. She's attractive. She's not gay.
Yeah,
she looks
she doesn't
feminine.
check any boxes. So of course.
So what does it say about this new one then? If she's blonde, blue-eyed, and very pretty, and they drag this girl in, then what are they actually saying? That you're not allowed to have straight white people now in Doctor Who at all? And somebody said, "Oh, the TARDIS now has got color." It's like, oh, screw off, all you people.
I saw something like that as well, and I'm like, I don't think that's the right terminology or the right way to promote it. If they were both really decent actors, actresses, whatever you want to call them, acting people, and they actually brought something to the table, that would be something to be excited about. But if you're just going to look at the color of someone's skin and be like, this is what Doctor Who needs, then you obviously are more shallow than the people that you accuse of being shallow that ran the show before.
But Rennie, this is the first non-white TARDIS team.
Yeah.
What?
But you know what,
gives a fuck?
Even if Millie it was being a diva on set, I think she's extremely lucky she's dodged a bullet, because there's no way this version of Doctor Who is going to make any kind of headway. A lot of people, I would say millions of people have left Doctor Who. It just goes to prove it, because they put that little short film out with Leela and the Daleks, and I had more people watching that than the trailer for the next version of the Shooty thing. So it just goes to prove, doesn't it, that people want Doctor Who, proper Doctor Who. They don't want this tick box nonsense. This is going to fail big time. I'm not wishing it to fail big time, because I don't wish bad things on anything or anybody, but I do think it is going to fail because it's not giving the people what they want.
If they had Shooty and they had Rada and they had someone writing real science fiction stories that were impactful with strong characters and interesting story points, and just something good, it'd be fine.
It won't be.
But I don't think they're going to make that.
No, it won't be fine, because Shooty should never be the Doctor. A black man should never have been the Doctor. A woman should never have been the Doctor. The only reason why those two were there was because of politics and the religion. Listen, if we went 20 years back and they cast Adrian Lester as the Doctor, I wouldn't have minded at all, because we weren't surrounded by all this nonsense, because it would have been the right choice to make. But the choice that to have Jodie and Shooty, with everything going around us and the tick boxing thing, I think it's completely wrong. Grooming kids is wrong. I'm sorry, but it is.
Here you go, folks.
Controversial opinion there.
Strong opinion. Amelia Bedelia. I don't want propaganda. I want to be entertained.
Yeah, everyone does.
Totally.
We don't want to be lectured on what the correct pronouns we need to use are.
But you know what, right? People, they have a 9-to-5 job, right? They come home tired. They sit in front of the TV. All they want to be is entertained. They don't want to be angry and see something. Yeah, exactly. They don't want to see something that they don't want to watch, do they?
They're still waiting.
They're still waiting to be entertained on this channel.
Yeah. I don't know, mate. I just think, look. The first episode of the new Shooter, he was dancing in a gay bar in a vest and a skirt.
Gay bar.
Do you know what I mean? What is that? And that was on Christmas Day. And kids are apparently watching this. What? It's so obvious. It's like, excuse me, we're on the Titanic. It's sinking. No, we're not. It's like that, isn't it? The fans are like, no, we're not. But the proof is all around them.
Titanic
it is a shame.
Always goes down well in my house.
It's a shame to see these franchises being hijacked like they have been. I mean, particularly the Christmas episodes. The Christmas episodes of Doctor Who were always just a little bit stand away from the rest of the series to some extent. They were always just like a little self-contained story. And even if you hadn't watched the rest of the series, you could generally watch the Christmas one, and everybody can sit around the TV and watch it. And it didn't seem that way this year.
Arch Colin, hello Colin. It's not propaganda. It's social engineering. Yeah,
it is. It is. It's
and
they're
it was
trying to normalize it. They're trying to normalize all this stuff. I do feel sorry. I've got a lot of gay friends, and I do feel sorry for them because a lot of them that have sense is really against this, and it's making matters worse for them.
They just want to get on with it.
Yeah,
I know.
It's really bad.
Poor Millie.
No, she might deserve it. Who knows?
I mean, if the reason was because, she was difficult to deal with, I get it, but it just looks fishy in light of today's common narrative that this is what's going on. So you have to wonder, is that really the reason she was fired? I mean,
Here you go, folks. Tai Fong for $5. Thank you, my friend. Writers are producing shows intending to please Twitter instead of an audience.
I don't know about that. I think maybe they're trying to maybe make people on Tribal happy. Definitely not people on Twitter.
They've all gone. Okay.
Musk drove them out.
Yeah.
Let's get Tom Baker back.
Yesterday, 90.
You know who they're not going to fire in Doctor Who? That stupid guy that's pretending to be a 15-year-old girl. They're not gonna get rid of him, are they?
Donna's daughter/son. I don't know.
The one with a big jaw.
Square jawline.
Really?
Okay. Let's move
with that.
Indeed. Let's
Pixar
move on.
Didn't happen.
It's a sidestep, by the way, folks. There is a lot of slides tonight, so we'll try and proceed with haste.
Are we really going to move on? Oh, I told you we weren't going to move on.
Okay,
We're go sidestep.
Brown.
So this Millie Gibson is now confirmed to be leaving Doctor Who after one season. So there you go.
Just to clarify, has she actually been on air yet? Have we actually seen her performance yet?
No.
Yeah. Christmas Day.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. The Christmas one was the first one. All right. Okay.
Yeah, just the Christmas one. That's the only one, I guess.
The Christmas one with the Christmas goblins and the Christmas
goblins. And Doctor Who singing.
Yeah, and the Christmas singing. Yeah.
Okay, so that's just confirming the previous story.
Look, I hate to say this, right? But
you're gonna.
Yes, exactly. If you look at this picture here, I mean, it's clear that the girl on the left is far more prettier than the girl on the right. It's totally clear. I mean,
well, just because the girl on the right looks like she has a bit of a mustache doesn't make her less feminine or pretty.
I'm sorry, folks, but I'm sorry. I do find you all very superficial. Beauty is on the inside.
Yes.
Are you talking about the?
It's coming from a guy that.
I'm beautiful inside. Yes. Okay. Let's move on.
Ew.
Okay.
They're all pink on the inside.
My spleen is particularly attractive.
This is for the Brits. Z posted this on.
I did.
Do you want to tell us the story then, Z? This did amuse me. This did.
Yeah, I was actually watching this with the wife, and we put on Pointless when we have our tea, and they did a question on how many of our 100 could name a Jodie Whittaker episode, and none of them could. Every single answer was a pointless answer. So even if you just guessed one and got it right, you would have won the jackpot.
Yeah, but the show, the Jodie Whittaker Doctor was a pointless show as well, wasn't it?
Yep.
The idea of pointless is you've got to try and guess the answer the least amount of votes or people who have answered, and normally
there is reverse Family Fortunes or Family Feud.
Normally there is the odd pointless answer, but to have it 100% pointless, that's quite rare.
All of
it is a rarity, yes. So
and none of the contestants got it.
No, the contestants didn't get it, and the host didn't get one. Nobody got one.
What?
That's crazy. That's even on the BBC, though, isn't it? It's crazy that they'd even put that there because it's almost admitting it, isn't it?
That's the thing. Yes. Nobody's going to give Jodie Whittaker one, are they? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, this chat would. This chat.
That's a thinking man's joke there. Thinking man's joke.
I don't know, but
Brown would. He's desperate.
Yeah, if he likes what's her name's feet, of course he's going to like it.
Yeah, Brie Larson.
It just goes to show how forgetful the Jodie Whittaker era is.
Ooh,
not a single hit.
Yeah.
Who?
Who are you talking about?
Jodie Whittaker.
Okay.
Brown was being cute.
Of course.
Because she's forgettable.
When am I not being cute?
Like 99%
like always,
of the time.
Yeah.
Z, are you available, mate?
I am. Larry for $20 says, made you look.
Larry! Okay, so 20...
Made you look.
40. Larry in the chat for 20 says, made you look.
Larry, the producer of the channel.
80.
Made you look.
100. We're going to
Very
bankrupt
generous,
him.
Larry.
It is incredible.
Bank.
20. Right. Okay. Here you go, folks. Another mightily generous super chat from Common People. £50, folks. That's real money, allegedly. A normal sleeping pattern means less super chats from me, so here's one before I fall. As my old dad used to say, it's been a while since that's been touched. I know that feeling. I know that
Thank
feeling.
you, Common People.
Yes,
You brought
we
back
salute
childhood
you.
trauma.
We salute you. Thank you.
I miss your dad, Common People.
Okay. Shall we proceed then?
Yeah.
Let's proceed.
Do it.
Okay. Let's do it. So this is the official Doctor Who twit twats.
Is it
Day
done
after. Look at that, folks. Look
flag?
at that. Look at that. Amazing. Look at that.
Yeah. Not very subtle.
Great.
Ian, are you back from your wee? We'll wait for Ian. Ian will definitely have something to say about this.
We've got wheelchair ramps this time around. You know, it's very.
Do you remember the Star Trek motion picture poster? They used to have that sort of rainbow effect in the background, didn't they? And it looks really cool. This is the opposite of that.
Yeah, they did that 45 years ago.
Indeed, they did. Yeah.
Real ahead of the curve, and nobody batted an eyelid.
Like, I'm just going to ask, are any of us really surprised that they did this? I think it was to be expected, especially with the lead actor being selected for the Doctor.
It's amazing.
I'm not surprised at all. I was actually expecting something a little bit more flashy, to be honest. So
yeah.
They've not even
it's disappointing.
They've not even done the curvature of the actual set. They've just done straight lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the most basic filtering, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody could have knocked that up in about 5 minutes.
Exactly.
That's a proper 5:30 on a Friday afternoon job, isn't it? That one.
Z, you available, mate?
I am. Manx Room Fondle for $10 says, "Put the join button up, you tut." Yes, memberships. Do memberships, Brown, you twat.
The chat keeps asking for them. I don't know why you won't. They want the membership button. They're willing to pay for them. Let them have what they're asking for.
I need to figure out what the benefits are. Obviously, if you're
you'll get to see the members.
Well, obviously, if you're an attractive female, you'll be head of the queue, as it were. So, Ian, are you there, my friend?
Maybe it was more than just a pee-pee.
Wow. He might be microwaving some more popcorn.
Ian would go for the brown one because it's shit.
Good. Earth calling Ian. Well, no. Ian will never know. Okay, let's move on.
Oh,
who saw this?
That's wonderful. They've got the just right.
You smug, punchable face.
Look at that. Wow. Isn't that amazing?
That's a new avatar for the punchable face, isn't it? That is the new avatar.
Yeah, punchable face. That's your new avatar.
There you go.
She's just remembered that she's left Down's cat at home and there's no one there to feed it.
I thought that was the real actress.
Oh, she's got the danger hair and everything. We're good to go.
Yeah, that is a thing. that is warming the pegs of 1,000 toy stores in any second now.
Is that figure flammable? Well, it'll be going in landfill.
Yeah, but she'd survive it though, wouldn't she? That's the problem.
Just put some lighter fluid on it; it'll burn. Trust me.
Yeah, she'll still survive. Nothing kills her.
Punchable face. That is your new avatar. You need to search that out, my friend.
Smug mood.
Just take a screenshot right now. You know.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there you go. Punchable face. Take a screenshot and try and upload it before you finish.
I think Russell T Davies deserves to be more punched than this bitch. Just saying. I would punch the hell out of Russell T Davies right now.
Yeah, he's probably more irritating.
Apart from Timmy. Timmy would buy it. Look. Hello, Timmy. Timmy. Would anybody buy that?
It depends. Is it inflatable?
Oh, then Brown will buy it.
Possibly.
Nasty.
Does it come with
Ian, you'd
buns
buy
of
that, wouldn't
steel?
You? No. See? You'd buy that? Anybody? Chat? Would anybody buy that in the chat?
And if it comes with a tight bum.
The wonderful Larry. Everything is flammable if you get it hot enough.
True. Pretty true.
Fat lobber. People. Let's start again. Fat lobber. Purple hair warrior.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1.
She looks like she should be working in Starbucks or something.
That's just
pretty
incredible.
much.
It's fantastic. Will they fly off the shelves then?
They fly now.
Maybe in Portland, Oregon. Then I think that's probably about it.
Fly off the shelves.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Fly off the shelves right to the discount aisle.
Yeah. What's the store in America where is it world class bullshitters do all the? Yeah. How long will it be before they end up in there? Do you think?
And where? Sorry, what store?
Ollie's.
We don't have an Ollie's in this area.
Dollar Tree. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a whole
Dollar
bunch of those
Tree?
discount
Yeah.
stores. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of different ones.
One of the
but
dollar
Dollar
stores, like Dollar Tree or whatnot,
yeah.
it'll probably be like 6 months. Because the retail stores will send it to salvage, and then that's when you get it at the dollar stores. So, about 6 months.
And then wherever Princess Fiona's just mentioned, landfills, probably next to all those ET tapes in the entire ET tapes.
When it hits the dollar store, will it be reduced as well?
I don't know if it'll be reduced, but it'll probably be donated to charity. They do that as well.
What landfill? Is it available, mate?
I am Black Lives or Black Knives for $1.99 says. Flicks my bean.
Very good. Okay. Should we move on?
Yes,
I'd buy the cat.
I'd buy the cat.
Yeah.
Definitely buy the cat.
I wonder if it comes with a cat.
Really?
Because you could throw her away and keep the cat.
I would love to have one of those. I'd love to have that parrot thing too. That parrot frog thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, again, if it's inflatable, I'd definitely buy one.
Yeah.
What? Nobody's going to buy it. I don't see the point.
We've not seen Side Effect.
It would get the point, all right.
Here you go, folks. Sorry, I'm boomering.
You boomering? No way. Bro.
I know, right?
Okay. It's fantastic, is that? Okay, let's move on.
It is.
I saw this.
Spider-Man.
People have got waiting on this movie, aren't they? They're expecting good things. Rumor: Sony wanted Andrew Garfield to be the Spider-Man of the Madam Web universe, then later changed plans to Tom Holland.
Well, I mean, Tom Holland doesn't really do anything except make Spider-Man movies. He does whenever he does anything else, it just sort of flops and disappears without trace.
Yes.
Andrew Garfield, at the very least, does get Oscar buzz when he makes something. So he's probably a little bit cheaper, maybe. I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody's interested in this film, are they?
No.
I know Uninspired Reviewer is very excited about it, but probably for an ironic.
Has it been released yet?
No,
it's soon.
No, not yet.
Probably February, I think.
Yeah, I think it's got like a couple weeks. Yeah.
It just looks rubbish. I saw the trailer. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. It looks dumb.
Franco's the only one. Oh, I can't speak. Franco's the only one who's saying one, by the way.
Yeah. Well, and of course, they're being ableist. They're being ableist again because Madam Web was an elderly woman in a wheelchair who was blind.
What?
In the original comic.
Essentially, yes.
What?
Like they wound up making her hotter and hotter as the comics.
They kept changing it, but
yeah,
she was called Madam Web.
They did the same thing with Aunt May as well. They just keep getting her younger and hotter and hornier.
Yeah, this is good news. This is great.
No, but that's because if you're talking about the Tom Holland Spider-Man's, because that was a completely different universe to, I guess, the comics, really, isn't it? So I don't know.
Emperor Goodwin, Valentine's Day weekend
that's
release.
right. Yeah, it is. It's coming out Valentine's Day.
Argyle. I can't speak tonight. Sorry, folks. Argyle is out that weekend as well.
Oh,
is that the Henry Cavill movie?
Oh
yeah.
Agatha Harkness used to be an old lady.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
Now they've turned her into
an ugly young woman,
witchy leather type person. Z, are you available? You're busy tonight, mate.
I am. Hooligan S3 for $9.99 says Andrew Garfield has suffered enough already.
Poor Andrew.
He's a good actor. It's a shame that they didn't do his Spider-Man version any justice.
He was my favorite Spider-Man that Sony.
Really?
Yeah, he really was. I know. I get it. You know, Maguire's got loads of fans, and Tom Holland's got loads of fans.
No, it's not.
I really liked him. I thought
it's not that. It's I thought that the whole tone of that Spider-Man was wrong. Like Peter Parker was this really cool guy. It's like, what? Peter Parker was never cool.
No, that's
he
true.
Was
he was too cool.
Miserable.
He did have a skateboard, and he was great, and he had nice hair. All those things are true. But I just thought he was a good actor, and he just seemed to. He had a little bit of vulnerability to him. I don't know. He's just very likable. He has a lot of charisma.
I mean, to each their own. But
when all three of them were together, right, the one that stood out the most was Maguire. Maguire's Peter Parker was the one that I gravitated towards. I thought he was
in a sexual way.
Shut up, Bram.
Well, no, if you guys read a Spider-Man comic, like Peter Parker had a really hard life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, he had some great aspects to it, but he went through some hard shit. And Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man really conveys that.
Hard shit.
You know?
Did he have trouble in the toilet?
No.
Well,
luckily. Well, I
he struggled to find enough food, enough money for food most weeks.
Amelia
in the comics,
he was broke as hell. He was really suffering for a bit.
Yeah,
Amelia Bedelia. Tom Holland is a hard-working and talented actor.
I think he's fine. I think he's fine. He's just when he makes something other than Spider-Man, they don't do anything. They don't make any money. It's straight to Netflix stuff, or he's badly cast in the Uncharted thing. You know, I mean, it's not his fault. I think he's fine. And I'll tell you what he was good in. He was good in Chef. He was very good in a little cameo role. He was great in that. So he has charisma. He's just getting the wrong parts, I guess.
Here's one for the old bastards.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Nick Hammond is the best. Yeah, Nick Hammond is
the best.
He did look about 45 though, but he will always have a special place in my heart. Well, Nick Hammond.
Okay. Anybody gonna go watch this?
No.
Just paying money to watch it.
It's probably going to be a payday for some YouTubers, but let's move on.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of payday, Tatiana Maslany isn't sure that She-Hulk season 2 will happen. I don't think so. I think we blew our budget, and Disney was like, "No thanks."
Well, the fans were like, "No thanks," weren't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I enjoyed it.
You're a liar. You didn't enjoy this at all, you liar. This was a terrible series, worse that Marvel had to offer.
It was garbage, but it was like
garbage.
It was like a pleasurable garbage. You know, it's
Didn't
shit.
we have to cover this weekly?
Yeah, but just because you wait to it doesn't make it pleasurable garbage. You
yeah,
know
we did it. We did it weekly. Yeah, we actually did it.
I was just remembering that. I think it was like that was like a Nam flashback. I was just trying to think. I never actually watched the show, but actually I did because I was here every week watching it here.
I must have been desperate.
I wasn't really sure what was going on.
She-Hulk. No. Disney.
It was rubbish.
You didn't watch it, did you?
I only watched the first episode. It was enough for me.
I watched all of them.
Well, good luck. If they're going to make
good
another one,
for
good luck on
you.
that.
Oh, good for you.
I think I made it as far as them just absolutely denigrating Daredevil, and that was it. There was no more.
Yeah, I'm not going to read that out, but yeah.
Oh.
I had a bit of a thing for the green bitch in it, to be fair.
Yeah,
really?
well, you got a thing
No
for what's her
way.
name's feet, ain't you, as well? I'm not surprised.
You like anything with tits and legs, dude.
No, the person who played the
Tatiana,
because obviously it's CGI above the neck. The body was a proper bodybuilder, and I thought I can respect that. There's a lot of work gone into building that in the gym. In the gym, anyway. Okay.
Proper wanking material for brown folks. Only reason I enjoyed it. Just saying.
It's been a while, folks. Let's move on.
Brown plays that twerking scene on loop sometimes.
No, play it backwards. It's even better.
Oh, Lord.
Good Lord.
Here you go. Fat Lobber. I found Desbrew through She-Hulk.
No, I feel so sorry for you if you found Desbrew through She-Hulk.
Tim's talk. She-Hulk was just not funny.
No shit.
Yeah, that's true enough.
No,
she was just
that good,
not funny.
I think I tittered once. I tittered once in it.
I like what Jay Goodwin says. You liked She-Hulk and Barry. Enough said.
Yeah.
It was Ian that got me into Barry. So
Barry's great. Apart from the last season, but the first 2-3 seasons were great.
Shit. All right.
It's all dog shit.
Shut up, Rennie.
Whatever. I do what I want.
Won't.
Okay. There were a couple of Daredevil tidbits. Daredevil Born Again will no longer be 18 episodes, but instead be more in line with the Netflix show's original count per season. 13 episodes, folks.
This is the one they've reshot, isn't it?
Well,
apparently.
They're starting afresh this week.
Yeah, they have to start all over.
They're not going to have the budget to do 18 episodes as planned. I know they really, because it's going to be, the costs of the show are going to actually include the other ones that they shot as well. So they're probably already over budget with this.
The problem is that they can't do Born Again because obviously if they're carrying on from the Netflix series, the Karen Page and all that was involved in the actual story itself, and I don't know how they're going to do this. But also the fact that Daredevil, this is Disney we're talking about. They've lied to us before.
And they can't do Daredevil. They just can't. Not with the people that write for them at the moment. There's absolutely no way that they're going to get Daredevil right. Yeah. He's a vigilante almost. He's kind of anti-hero, and they don't want to go down that route. Even if they try and give it that hard sort of rating, that mature rating, I still don't expect this to be.
I'll keep saying this, right? See what they've done to Kingpin. You expect they're going to treat Daredevil
Queen
right
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Dog shit. Utter dog shit.
I mean, they covered some of the Born Again stuff in the Netflix series, didn't they? They kind of
exactly.
They sort of touched on some of the themes that were in there already. So
that's why they can't do this, because the mother was covered in the series.
Just in name only, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just it's going to be terrible, no matter what they do.
There's one issue which has Iron Man, Thor, Captain America.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're not going to get them in it.
Nope.
The only way in which I think I would be interested in this would be if they got oh god, the writer's name has just gone out of my head. Frank Miller and people like that involved in it, but that's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Nope.
You know what they should do? Born Again. They should do something else. There's so many great stories that was produced by Marvel at that moment in time when Marvel was great. They could do, but to do Born Again, it just doesn't make any sense.
In the chats, 6 episodes of Daredevil getting pegged by different girl bosses.
I'd watch that.
I wouldn't.
I bet you would.
Prince Harry
To be fair, I would as well. To be fair,
yeah, it'd be better than what they've got planned.
Uric, right? Uric was one of the most important characters in Born Again. He was the one that glued everything together, and he's dead. So what are you going to do now? Do you know what I mean? So
nobody's ever
makes
really
no
gone
sense.
though.
It makes no sense.
Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU, has just donated.
Yeah, she's all right.
Is it a sticker or just a?
No, it's just a donation.
Just a token. Cheers.
That's Matt G's folks. Yeah.
Cheers, Matt.
Taylor Swift is she's so bland, isn't she?
Matt G is a total Swiftie. He's seen that Taylor Swift concert in the theater like 3 or 4 times, I think. Such a Swiftie.
Matt has
That's
been
what they call Taylor Swift fans.
Yes.
Matt has been with us from the start.
Yeah. Guess who got him to come and check out your channel?
Yeah. Cheers, Matt. Okay. So anything to add for this one?
Yeah, don't make it.
I mean,
they are making it.
Given the character, I'll probably give it a couple of episodes.
Yeah,
I always, as much as I am totally sort of depressed by Disney's output, I do find I do want to actually just out of curiosity want to watch it and see what they've done. But
okay,
I'm not expecting much.
I'll put this to you then. Do you think they know this is important?
No.
No. Oh, no.
I think they know that they're running out of cards to play in order to actually ever get back any of the audience that they've lost. I think they know that they've only got a few cards left.
This is why I said this is the important one, isn't it?
Whether or not they actually care about that audience anymore is another thing entirely.
If they can.
Yeah, well,
is there a list of writers, and can we investigate their backgrounds? Because if they've got purple hair and you know what I mean, then you know it's not going to happen.
Here you go. Sidestep, everybody. Daredevil Born Again resumes production on Monday, directed by Justin Benson.
Who's Justin Benson?
He was the butler in Soap.
Yes. Sure is that.
That's for the kids, that reference.
Aaron Moorhead, Loki season 2.
Oh yeah, that now we're going downhill. Why would you hire someone who directed Loki season 2, for God's sakes?
And written by Darlo. I can't read that. Scandopane.
Scandopane.
I don't know. I'm going cross-eyed.
The Punisher.
Yeah, but this is under Disney, so I'm sure they've got a whole list of box ticking to do for writing this script.
Tick those boxes.
Oh, but look, but the next line's interesting, isn't it? Look, they're Foggy and Karen are returning.
Yeah, because they're not getting any work.
Well,
of course they're going to say yes. Of course.
I'm just surprised to see them.
Yeah, they were good though. The guy played Foggy was excellent.
He was good. Yeah, he should be doing more things. He's a solid actor.
He is.
Here you go, Neil. Disney never hires outside their pool of writers.
It's true. That's
Yeah.
why
They are a walled
That's
garden.
the problem. Yeah,
They keep it in the family, dude. They keep it in the family. That's what they do.
They're desperate to get something that people can talk about.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
This is
pretty
amazing.
They know this is important. They know.
Yeah, well, I don't think they do.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, it's just me. Okay. Sorry.
Just hoping. You can hope.
I never watched Daredevil.
Do you know what I saw?
I watched the first episode and I just didn't watch it again.
Z, you can relate to this. I saw a picture of a cosplayer, and he made this costume, a Daredevil costume, and it was so perfect.
Wasn't Ben Affleck, was it?
It looked so much better than this. It was so perfect, and I'm like, why didn't they just go to this fella to make the costume? just, I'm sorry, but
here you go, folks. Emperor, no brownie. They know it's impotence.
It is, and I love Daredevil. I've got a run from I think around issue 150 to 300. So I know Disney are not going to do this character any justice at all.
I mean, he has so many villains. He has the Owl. He has the Stiltman. You know, he has Kingpin. Do you know what I mean? There's so many villains you can pull upon. But I don't know what is wrong with these people.
Here you go, folks. Neil, go watch it, Brownie. One of the best superhero shows ever.
It was. The first one was excellent.
Season 1 Daredevil's absolutely impeccable.
Yeah. Really?
And it just goes to show how lethal and horrible the Kingpin is. When you first see him, what he does to that guy. With the door.
Yeah, the
I
car
was
door.
like, oh my God, this guy's evil.
And
brilliant casting as well.
Vincent great casting.
Superb.
And the fights, the choreography, it's just brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I love the way they introduced Ahsoka. I can't remember her real name.
Ahsoka.
The girl who played Ahsoka. The girl who played Ahsoka. Yeah, I love that character. First, that she was a nurse, and then she ends up looking after him at one point, doesn't she? And she was the glue between the Netflix heroes, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's still and they hadn't sucked all the charisma out of her like they did in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
She's so naturally like charismatic, is Rosario Dawson, and
it was really good because she connected Iron Fist to Daredevil. She connected Jessica Jones to Daredevil. I think she was in all of them. She was like the glue, wasn't she?
Yep.
So I don't know.
I think one of the best things about that first season of Daredevil was it explored Matt Murdock's vulnerabilities,
absolutely,
as opposed to Daredevil's powers. And I think having a more character-based drama did a lot of good press.
Yeah, it humanized him, made you care.
Absolutely, yeah. And you did care about him, and he wasn't invulnerable, and he got fucking massacred.
Yep,
he's blind, isn't he?
Yes, he
is. Nobody's going on about that. I remember nobody was virtue signaling with that back in the day. It was just
no.
Well, that's because people realise the impracticability of having a blind actor play a blind character.
But the thing is,
might work for Echo.
If this is a huge success, right, they've got to make him meet Spider-Man. They've got to have Daredevil and Spider-Man, because that one of the things I got excited about when I was a kid, when they had the comics Daredevil and Spider-Man teams up, and you think they'd be thinking about that as well, but they're probably not.
Z, are you available? And you could possibly answer this question.
Edward Senior for $10 says, "How do the Ahsoka fight scenes compare to the Echo fight scenes?" Well, they're as bad as each other. The fight scenes in Ahsoka and in Echo appear to be non-contact sports.
Yeah,
that's right.
They're very comparable, I would say.
Lots of standing around as well.
Yes,
not much in the way of stakes is there for these things. They generally you just know what's going to happen.
Here you go, folks. Princess Fiona for $5. Every script goes through DEI revisions from an outside consulting company. No good story can survive this. This is why we can't have nice things. Well, you can.
Yeah.
You can watch this. Just wait till it goes to DEI revisions before we come on there. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on.
Yeah, Brownie's HR department is horrible behind the scenes.
It is.
I know, right?
Venomous. The cast for Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four is reportedly locked.
Oh God! Lock them in a room. Don't let them out.
Announcement is imminent.
Have we already got the announcement?
I was going to say.
Well, we already know it's Pedro Pascal, don't we?
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's just confirming. God, he looked old the other day.
They've already tried Fantastic Four twice, and the first one was, and the second one was, and like now they're going to try it again. They just can't seem to get it right. I have no faith in, especially Disney, getting the Fantastic Four cast right.
It's so sad. It's so sad that the closest we've ever got to a decent Fantastic Four film is the Roger Corman one, which has never been officially released.
Yes,
it's about as good as it's ever going to get. The every iteration's never been right. The casting's just been a little bit off again, it's just as pointed out earlier, it's the writing that's the main issue with all these projects, and they're not changing the writing team, so I don't have any faith in this either.
I think they had some decent people for the parts when they initially tried it with, and I always say his name wrong, Owen Griffith, I think is how he says his name. He made it. Owen. Okay. He looked like Mr. Fantastic. They did a great job with that.
Ewan.
Would you stop it?
That's Star Wars.
Like, he looked like him. He's a great actor, and honestly, like Jessica Alba could have portrayed Sue Storm just fine, and Chris Evans is.
It's no way they're brother and sister.
As her brother would have been halfway decent as well. I mean, they had Michael Chiklis.
What? They had different fathers. Did they have different fathers? Jessica Alba and Chris Evans.
Okay. Oh.
Wasn't explained, was it?
I won.
Owen Bradford.
FS.
Owen is how he says it.
Owen.
Okay.
Owen.
Yeah, because it's spelled like it would be like Ian or Ian, and I'm like, I have a hard time saying it because it's spelled, unphonetically.
Sue Storm is blonde and got blue eyes. And I don't understand why they cast her.
But they were better than the people that they picked in the newer movies.
Yes,
they could have done something with this cast, and especially with Michael Chiklis as Ben Grimm. Like, you had really good actors that semi-fit the parts. You could have done great things with these people.
Yep.
And they just didn't.
Nope. What about the other one that followed? The real was it? Fantastic. Fine Fantastic. Yeah. That was terrible. Johnny Storm was black.
Garbage,
I'm like, what the hell?
That's what I'm saying. They were better than the second group that they tried.
I've been burgled, which is no nice, because she was ooking hot as shit.
That's probably
why. Not to get.
Oh yes.
No, but as I said, right, how can they be brother and sister? Because they're so they obviously don't come from the same lineage. That's what I'm saying. That's why I had a problem with that.
Nice word, Ian. Sword in the Storm, the cop in Reacher season 2 would be a good.
Ben
he would.
He was quite good in Reacher 2. I like that actor.
The Russo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic rubbish.
It's supposed to be. It's Vanessa Kirby, isn't it, playing Susan Storm?
Yeah, she's going to be the one that's leading the charge.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, she's a decent actress, but again, it's just the writing. I don't have any faith in the writing.
I don't understand why they don't cast Americans to play the Fantastic Four, because in the comics they are American, aren't they?
Yes, they are, but we're cheaper.
Yeah, £5 apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on because there's a load of slides, folks.
Ooh.
Okay, this was upcoming Ray movie.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Delayed indefinitely.
Yeah. Well, there was never even a script, so
it's a shame, really, because Daisy's such a nice person, and she's just getting mucked around. And her last film flopped. I think the character, when she got cast as character, she thought she was really lucky, and she was lucky to a point, but now it's ruined her career. She's not in anything I've seen. Nobody's hiring her.
No, there's no buzz around this actress anymore. Sadly.
You wouldn't even hire her, would you, Ian?
I would.
What did you
think? Huh? Sorry.
Why don't you put feelers out? Just say, you do know, love. Obviously not.
What are you doing now, love? Do you want to join me?
I don't think Mega Big Geek getting his feelers out for Daisy is really going to do him any favours.
Exactly.
Okay.
Probably get him a restraining order.
Exactly.
Okay. There was this still, then literally same time this popped up.
Yeah, I mean,
Grizzy.
They just announce these things, don't they? I mean, all they're doing is announcing projects. They're not actually, getting scripts down. So.
We know why, though, don't we? They want to basically fool the investors that they had that leaving in droves.
Absolutely.
And to actually go, oh, look, we are making this. Put some money in. It's going to be a huge success. But I think the investors are getting wise to Disney now, and they're definitely leaving in droves. So.
Just like Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron all over again. It's just big announcements, big female director, and then you're never going to hear from it again.
One XPT one.
12.5 million.
What's that?
The moolah.
Are they going for her pay?
Nah, it's rubbish. She's not going to get paid that. There's no way her agent will negotiate 12.5 million for her. Absolutely no way.
Well, I mean, we've seen the budgets for Star Wars projects, and they are ridiculous. So, I mean, her agent can certainly try to get that kind of thing and say, well, it's an important character, and she was the lead in the last 3, and blah blah blah. You can't do it without her. So she has got a little bit of negotiating power, but not from the audience's point of view. I don't think the audience really cares if she comes back or not.
You know what, right? Special effects are so
very good.
So easy to do now these days, right? They could easily make another Star Wars film with her in it, if the script was right and they took out all the woke stuff, and they hired some new blood to do the visual effects. Because as I said, you just have to look on YouTube and see what's happening with the AI stuff and
look at the Godzilla movie, which was ridiculously cheap. I mean, they could, without a doubt, they could reduce their budgets by half.
Absolutely,
but they're not going to do that.
Here you go, folks.
Hookers and drugs cost a lot of money.
Fat lobber for £2, real money allegedly. She got $1 million for every time she said no or stole something.
Well, good on her. I mean, that she could possibly command 12.5 million with a net worth of only 9.
Bypass the capacity, yes.
Fucking hell.
Come on, Disney, hire me. I'll make it a big success. I'll get Daisy in a bloody gym and all that. Get her to look.
I'll play Ray for less than that. I'm more than happy to jump into the outfit.
Okay. If I've got my slides right, I hope I have. Probably not.
Well, God, like the weatherman is back.
Okay.
Bob Iger.
Yeah, we'll just do this quickly. Iger earned 31.6 mil in 2023.
Well, he can afford to pay for the next Star Wars film then, can't he? Do you know what I mean?
What does he do?
He does nothing.
What doesn't he do?
Yeah. He's got a board that are just sycophants. They're there to be yes men. They'll do whatever he wants. They gave him a raise, for God's sake.
Igor, apparently.
Their stock has been halved.
Or I saw
in just the last few years, and they still keep giving this guy more money. It's
right.
A joke. It is a joke.
It is.
In the chat, you get 3 Daisy Ridleys for 1 Iger.
I would take.
I'll raise you 3. Yeah,
for 1 Iger.
Bob Iger is a weatherman. He should stick to what he knows. Go back to telling the weather.
He thinks he wants to be president. That's what he really wants.
Of what?
What is it?
Of the United States of America. He wants to become a politician and
aspirations,
run for.
Didn't he? Yeah.
Well, he can't be any worse than the one you've got now.
Oh no, let's not go down that. Typhon, 31.6 million is a lot for super chats.
Is that what he's donating to your channel, Brown?
I think I could probably say, folks, if I got 31.6 million super chats, I could probably say I'd be set up for life at that point.
you think?
Probably.
But you don't do this for the money. Come on.
You could donate some to your friends.
Even with the YouTube cuts, I think I'd be very grateful of my lot if I got 31.6 million super chats.
What's interesting is just this week, 5 people that I know on YouTube that have successful YouTube channels, they've quit the YouTube channel because it was too stressful.
Yeah.
5 of the ones I've been watching regularly. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I really don't. I don't know. I just thought I'd mention that.
Creates quite a bit of ugliness sometimes. So I can understand that. There's some nastiness behind the scenes, man.
Well, and as they continue to change algorithms, that, a lot of these real high tier people, there's a lot of work that goes into trying to chase those watches, chase those views, and chase hours watched and whatnot. And I honestly, I think it's just burnout. A lot of them are just burnt out, and they've decided they'd rather do something else.
YouTube wants to promote shorts as well. They want to keep up with
TikTok. That's what you call it, CineNet, which I used to watch a lot. The guy just came out and said he's stopping now because he just he just basically did a video and he said, I don't want to do this anymore. It's stressful. And he says that, and he just explained why he didn't want to do it. And I thought, oh, fair enough. And then another one did the same thing, and then another one, and then another one. It was like about 5 of them this week.
Atom Gray, YouTube thug. Change my mind.
It'd be impossible to change Atom's mind on this subject.
Yeah, that would be.
I've seen the emails.
I saw this video. Tom has some thoughts. Mega Geek, that's you in. Marcus Brownlee has a good video talking about the difficulties of long-term YouTube career people taking a step back.
Yeah, it was a very good video. Very honest and very open video that Marquez made. Yeah.
Arch Colin, I think YouTube would be very happy if Mr. Brown got 30. They would.
Well, I think Mr. Brown would be happy.
Yeah. I think for the 10 million, what they would take, I kind of get the feeling they would probably promote this channel more than what they do. Amazing.
So hold on. So Ian, what you were saying, right, is that they promote short films. I thought it was the other way around. That they
they're trying to. It's shorts, the YouTube shorts. They're trying to kind of keep up with TikTok, even though we all know TikTok.
Oh, those things.
Those shorts are awful. I hate those.
Yeah, it's just low hanging fruit of YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought the whole idea was that the videos has to be longer now to gain any traction. That's what I thought. Anyway, I'm wrong, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know that they necessarily have to be longer. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it, but it's
right.
The shorts are terrible. The creators get nothing for those shorts.
Yeah,
get nothing.
Okay, let's move on then. Okay, so quickly, I think we mentioned this on Wednesday. Dune, or is it June?
Oh God!
I think this is in the States. I don't know about the UK. It's out for one day in 3 days. So if you've not seen it,
I think it's a mistake. They're not going to make money on this.
Well, I would say that the theaters around here are probably going to be happier watching that or showing that to people than some of the really terrible Pixar movies that Disney's trying to push them to show in the theaters right now. There's some of those theaters begging for them to take Soul out of the theaters. It's making no money at all.
It's an extra slice of the same pie that they've already paid for, isn't it? So I mean, they're not really going to go out of the way to advertise it. So really, it's not going to be about advertising or marketing.
Has anyone noticed that Cineworld, right, is showing more Indian Bollywood films than any American films these days? 6 screens in my local was taken up with Bollywood films. And on a Friday night, if you go there to watch a movie, all it is filled with Asian people queuing up to see Bollywood films.
Well, there you go. That's why they're doing it.
I know.
The community wants to come out and watch films.
That's right.
Can't blame the owners of the theaters for that. I mean, they got to show something that's actually going to put people in the seats, and it's not going to be Hollywood films. So
that's what I'm saying. So that says a lot, doesn't it? It says a lot about the state of play. Yeah.
I mean, it maybe just say something more about Western entertainment as well, because I mean, even in my local stadium, I was just over New Year. They had a huge Bollywood event going on, a live Bollywood event going on in the biggest stadium in the city. It was packed. The car parks were packed. I got there at the wrong time to take my car out of a car park, and it was just rammed. It took about 3 hours to get out of there.
What?
So yeah, I mean, maybe that community of people are just going out and enjoying it a little bit more than we are. They're getting more out of their entertainment.
Yes, I'm saying because the films are made for them.
Yeah, exactly. So they still know their audience, and they're still trying to entertain them.
Yep.
I did look to see if it's out in Blighty, and I couldn't see anything.
What, Dune?
For the the return for the IMAX before the as the warm up for the main event. Right. 5 weeks?
What's that guy's name who has the cat avatar?
Oh, Uninspired.
He always corrects us when we say Denis. Whatever his name is.
Denis.
You're saying it wrong. Shut up. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on. Looking forward to Dune 2. Is it June 2? Okay.
I saw the first one.
I think
who mentioned this week on
was it
the
Drew?
It may be Drew. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, I'll have a look.
Yeah, the trailer did look pretty entertaining.
I'm about an hour in, and other than the terrible subtitles.
Is this on Netflix?
Oh,
it
is on Netflix as well.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing is it's really good.
The first one was a bit slow, I found. Special effects were amazing, but I found that none of the characters, I didn't really care about any of the characters. I watched the first one. I don't know if I sit and see this one, though. I don't know.
I've watched an hour and it looks fantastic.
But is it entertaining, though? It looks fantastic.
Yes, yeah. I don't even have a problem with them all speaking their native tongue, because when I went to see Godzilla, it wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
Normally I would avoid such things, but I opened my mind, everybody.
Make sure it doesn't fall out.
Open your mind. Yeah, the subtitles, the way it's being done, it's not good. It's just like strobing, and you can't read that fast.
Yeah. Although when I was watching Godzilla -1, I could read. It wasn't going very fast at all.
Yeah.
It was readable.
Yeah, and with this, the subtitles are going left and right, and it's like, well,
Right.
I can't, you just can't keep up with it.
Right.
But it looks like a proper sci-fi flick. You know, like we used to get.
And I bet the budget was minuscule compared to.
Wow, and it looks fantastic.
Marvel. Yeah,
wow.
I'm gonna have to give it a go then. You've sold me. I'm gonna give that a go.
The visual effects are good.
Oh, that's incredible. Here you go, Drew Gordon. The second one is the prequel to the first film. There should be a third one sometime to finish the trilogy. Yeah.
Oh, so do I watch this one first then, Drew?
Watch season one. You watch
Okay.
season one seriously first. You have to watch season one first, and if you don't like season one, don't watch the second one.
Okay, so that's the Wandering Earth 2, everybody.
I don't know where the Earth was going.
There is Wandering Earth 1, which was made, I think, 2019.
Yeah,
something like that. It looks like it's really good sci-fi, folks. But anyway, let's move on. Okay.
Oh, God, no.
Why do we need a sequel to this movie?
Gladiator 2 has wrapped filming.
Because they're desperate for a hit.
Yeah, he's just been treading all over his past glories, isn't he, as Ridley, for about the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's in his 80s. He's not going to give us another classic, sadly. I mean, I think Napoleon has proven that.
Yeah.
I watched Napoleon. I've never been so bored in all my life.
Is it bad?
They look nice, but I just thought this is just no. I just thought no.
I would really love for this to be good. I mean, I really would. I haven't seen very much about it, so I know that Denzel Washington's in there, and I know very little more. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem to me like it's got much of a chance.
Yeah.
Sorry,
why
go
do
ahead,
we need
Renee.
this?
No, it's been so long since the first one. I mean,
2000.
Does anybody really want this?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially
Where's the
Pedro
draw?
Pascal in it.
Exactly.
Pascal. Why is he in it?
Yeah.
Here you go, folks. Johnny Lawrence's mum. Hello, Barbara. Gladiator is overrated.
Do you know, Barbara? I used to think that, Barbara, but the more I've watched it, the more I appreciate the sound, the music, sort of just that Sunday afternoon epic kind of feel that you get from Ben-Hur and all those kind of movies. You can just let it wash over you. I'm not saying it's a brilliant work of art, but I think it's got some value. Gladiator, I think it's pretty damn good.
And Russell Crowe looked good, didn't he?
Yeah, he's twice the man now, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Literally. How old is Gladiator?
2000, I think.
Wow.
2000. Yeah.
The problem with Ridley Scott is that he tries to find the intelligent in really simple stories, and sometimes he can take a simple story and make it overcomplicated. And I think as he gets older, he does that a lot. So if he's going to make this sequel, I hope it's not overcomplicated. I hope it's very simple, because that's what it really needs to be. Simple, let's face it, with the subject matter. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
Knowing him, I'm sure it isn't. Okay, let's move on.
Johnny!
John Williams has had a building on the Sony lot named after him. The John Williams Music Building has been where Williams has composed the score for over 20 movies.
Absolutely, he deserves that. Nice. He's such a genius. Genius.
Almost every iconic movie has got a John Williams score behind it.
And let's not forget the TV shows he did iconic scores too, like Lost in Space. And
75 to 85 is just incredible. That 10-year span is just an absolute. Everything he did was just incredible in that period.
And he's such a humble man as well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's wonderful. He got me into classical music. I mean, he was my gateway drug into listening to classical music. So I owe him a debt.
He's fantastic. He's such an original. I saw a documentary on him once, and he does. I mean, I remember I saw one scene where he shouted at the orchestra because he was pissed. But apart from that, I think he's a really. Did you see that one on YouTube where somebody came out, traveled ages in America to just stand outside his door and play something, and then he came out and he congratulated him? Did you see that? It was on YouTube. Anyone?
Negative.
No.
No.
Yeah. This guy was a big fan, and he stood outside his road and started playing something, and he came out and shook his hand and all that.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice guy. Yeah,
here you go, Tim's talk. Hans Zimmer is my John Williams.
I'll pay off.
Whatever, Timmy.
Play, whatever.
Not Brian. I won't read it.
I'm not Welsh, Max. Just for the record.
Do you know what? Right. I remember Chris Columbus was talking about when he was making Home Alone, and halfway through making Home Alone, they said, "Oh, who are we going to get to score this film?" And they were like, and then somebody joked, "Oh, let's get John Williams." And they never thought they'd get him, but when John Williams saw the film, he said, "I'd do it," and he did it for very little money as well.
Scoring, he doesn't need the cash anymore, does he? Really? It's all about the love
of film. Yeah.
You go, Tom. Jan Hammer is my Hans Zimmer.
I'm a big fan of Miami Vice, Tom, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Here you go, Drew Gordon. John Barry came before John Williams, just about.
No, he didn't. I mean, it was
John
kind
Barry,
of the same, but John Barry
about the same decade, aren't they?
Same decade.
There's not much between them, really.
John Barry's amazing.
John Barry, Jerry Goldsmith, and John Williams are the best. Bernard Herrmann comes a close second, in my opinion.
I think John Barry probably got onto film before John Williams did, though. I think
really,
because he was probably scoring Bond in the 60s.
No, but so
whereas Williams was probably still doing Lost. Well, he was still doing.
Well, he was
TV,
he was doing TV. Yeah, Johnny was doing TV. But I guess you might be right there.
And Don Laszlo Schifrin was the. Mission Impossible, right?
Yeah,
Starsky and Hutch as well.
Very cool. Okay, that's John Williams. Well deserved.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Who be this then?
Okay, speaking of Star Wars, this is Godzilla -1 director Takeshi Yamazaki at Lucasfilm HQ for a screening of the film. This is your guy who could make probably.
Who's standing next to him?
Yeah.
Who's standing next to him?
Dave Filoni.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Filoni.
No cowboy hat, so you don't recognize him.
Yeah, it's very rare.
Yeah, he looks different without the hat.
There's Baby Yoda.
Somebody should tell this guy not to interact with Lucasfilm. Since now they're under Disney.
But he said he wants to direct a Star Wars movie. Takashi, if you're listening,
I know.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No,
don't do it.
They're gonna make you tick all those boxes, and you're not gonna be happy.
Nice for Z to get there, though. Z was already there by the looks of things.
Oh, there he is. Yeah,
look, Professor R2 just blacked out.
That's as you like it, Z.
Professor R2, are you sniffing his bum?
I will neither confirm nor deny.
He's using one of those little gadgets that probes things.
You can't see where you begin and he ends. You know?
He's got his USB stick out. And
I like his cuts.
Some people like it that way.
There you go, Ush Bala directing an episode of Mando S4. Yeah.
Do you know what? Right, I'm really surprised they've got R2 and C-3PO up and Lucas. Wouldn't it have been that stupid rolling ball robot? And
well,
somebody else.
He's around there somewhere.
Got the silver leg as well.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Stream Killer.
What's he holding in his hand?
A little Godzilla toy. Yeah, he's had that. Yeah. He's had that at a bunch of his press tours. He's had that Godzilla figure.
Ah, okay.
And a restraining bolt, just in case.
Don't do it, mate. Don't do it. No. Don't be hoodwinked. Don't be sucked in.
No, I'm not going to tell you where the restraining bolt was.
Don't do it, Mr. Director Man. Don't do it. Don't ruin your career.
Nah, he's probably got too much sense.
Yeah. Just listen, son. Just make Godzilla 2. You'll be happy. We'll be happy.
Yeah.
Or he's going to direct an episode of The Mandalorian for $5 million, and it'll be the best piece of television you've ever seen in your entire life.
Well, if they allow him,
I was going to say that's not going to happen.
He'll take the profits from that and then make 3 Godzilla movies.
Okay, let's move on.
Chris Nolan.
Okay, lots of Downey Jr. and Oppenheimer stuff this week. Robert Downey Jr. says Christopher Nolan doesn't even really like it when you go to the bathroom, but he understands you have to. I asked him, dude, when do you go? And he goes 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. I was like, are you kidding me?
I go at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. humans.
Who can? Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way. I mean, like you can't. I don't predict my.
How old is he?
My movements, or whenever my bladder is gonna explode. I can't say that that's gonna happen right at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. every day. That's weird.
There is something to say for being regular. But he's a little excessive.
I guess he doesn't drink any liquids at all for the entire day that he's working there.
Yeah.
I'd like to direct and go to the toilet as well. Yeah.
This is harder policing
just
than
eat sand
Amazon.
all day or something.
Sorry, what was that?
You probably just eat sand or something, or a sponge.
Talking over each other.
Sorry.
Sorry. 3PL, what do you say?
I said this is harder policing than Amazon, isn't it? What does he expect them to do? Wear nappies?
You should wear nappies.
Maybe that's what he does.
Massive log at 6 a.m.
Why don't you do a big log at 6 a.m.?
There you go. Typhon, yeah. This just in. Nolan needs to hydrate, yes.
Yeah.
We all, I think, we all do, to be fair. But
he needs an IMAX toilet, doesn't he? I need an IMAX toilet to fart and to do a poo. Yeah.
Have the Oscar nominations been read yet?
No.
They're not out yet,
yeah. Is Robbie Downey Jr. nominated? Is it?
I don't know. I think they've. What was it? They had Golden Globes. Was it recently? Was that the one?
Golden Gloves.
The Golden Globes. I think Nolan's got Golden Globes by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
They're usually like the precursor to the Oscars, aren't they? They're generally a good sort of stick the finger in the air sort of thing and see which way the wind's blowing.
Did he win? Robbie Downey Jr.
Well, Oppenheimer did get quite a few nominations.
Okay.
So
Ricky Gervais won one, didn't he?
Yeah, it does sound as though Oppenheimer is up for quite a lot. If that's the way it's going, I think it does sound as if it is going to be nominated for quite a few things.
I'm not going to watch the Oscars unless somebody gets slapped. Then I'll.
That was last year, mate. Okay.
Oh, damn it.
Okay, let's move on.
No,
I'm
that
sure
was the year before.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah, it was. Nobody watched last year.
Chris Rock got slapped.
Was that the same year as Arcane was out?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Okay, we briefly mentioned this on Wednesday. Warner Brothers is the front runner to acquire the rights to develop 28 years later. So it looks like it's going forward.
They made a sequel to that, didn't they? With so there was 2 of them, wasn't there?
Later.
Yeah, that was it. There was 2 of them. Yeah.
Were the original creators involved in the second one though?
Yeah,
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Danny Boyle was attached to both.
Yeah.
It was the first time I saw a zombie run in that film. Do you remember zombies used to?
Yeah. Probably was for me as well. I mean, the Korean stuff was a couple of years later. Train to Busan and things like that were a little bit later. Yeah, it probably was the first time I saw speedy zombies.
Yeah, Atom Gray. I think I agree. I'm done with zombies and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's probably got a zombie film lined up for us for Friday.
28 centuries later.
That'll be the next sequel.
That's right. That's right.
It's going to be shit.
Zombies in space.
It is.
Like, we just had this huge fascination, at least in America, with zombies, and everything was zombie everything. And I think after The Walking Dead, I just got zombied out. So I might be the only one. I'm overseeing zombies. No, it was ended at season 9 or 10, I think.
Okay.
But it got to be zombie overkill,
Disney's 28 failures later.
Warner Brothers desperate for money, though, aren't they?
Yep. I was just looking it up. No, none of the original creators were involved in 28 Weeks Later.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Okay. Crazy.
I was
crazy.
I was quite convinced it was Danny Boyle, but okay.
Okay. Danny Boyle's doing the new lot.
Nadio.
Right. I guess Warner Brothers has just long gone down the list of things that they still own, and just thought, I guess that'll do. 28 days. It's probably near the top of the list.
They go, Amelia Bedelia, zombies are the next pandemic.
Yeah.
Do you know what, right?
Ones.
Do they still own Dirty Harry? They could make another Dirty Harry without Clint Eastwood. Get somebody else to play Dirty Harry.
Well, they get his sons. They get Scott Eastwood in.
Would it be clean Harriet?
No, it would be. Yeah, it probably would be if those wokers take over. But I'm just saying they've got Dirty Harry. They could get someone big to play Dirty Harry. And keep the.
Lizzo then.
They'd never make Dirty Harry.
Lizzo's big.
They could never do that now.
Oh God, Brown.
I think it will. Attract a lot of people because of the subject matter of Dirty Harry. I think it might be a good move. You never know.
You go, folks. Week 13 for £5. Allegedly real money, folks. Start again. I'll go Nayland. Who's Nayland? Nolan will direct 28 hours later in a toilet.
In the toilet. I'm going to direct.
It's got to be 11 a.m. or 6 p.m.
Yeah, that's when the film's released.
Okay, let's move on then.
Tron.
Really?
Why?
Filming.
Why?
Starring Jared Leto, Evan Peters, Cameron Monaghan,
and Jodie Whittaker.
Greta Lee and Jodie Turner-Smith.
Jodie Whittaker.
I liked Tron. I liked Tron Legacy.
I did too.
Unapologetically thought it was a great film. I saw it twice in the cinema, and I thought the soundtrack was amazing.
I like the logo
because it was Daft Punk.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, I know, it's fantastic. Yeah, that soundtrack was superb.
It looks like
I hate that logo.
Yeah,
that's an E. A 3 is an E.
Yeah, that's not right.
Speaks of Tren.
That is not right, is it?
I'm a graphic designer for
Hold on, but why make this? The first two weren't a success, so this makes no sense to me. Why make this?
Well,
this is Disney.
The thing is, if they were going to release it, they should have released it a while back. But then it wound up in development hell, and then now they're like they're rejuvenating it again, and it's like you should have made it while Tron Legacy was still popular and in people's minds, and now it's like, oh, what's the point? It's too late. You waited too long.
Desperate now for money, aren't they?
Yeah. They're trying to bring back brands that they know will make money, probably because of the stuff recently that they've been making that has not been making money.
But also the charm of Tron, right, and Legacy, I guess, was that the world looked like a computer game. If you look at computer games now, they look so realistic. You might as well just put it
just looks like the real world.
Yes, I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So it's like,
they were basically tech demos in some respect, weren't they? Each of the films that came out were basically showcasing revolutionary technology.
Yeah,
I don't think there has been a massive milestone in the last 2 years that is, worthy of Disney getting their money behind it and putting out another one for that reason. I guess this would just be, I don't know, more of what we've seen already, or an evolution of what we've seen already.
It's going to this, apparently, Rust in Peace. Tron 3 will be creating cyber safe spaces.
Probably.
Yeah.
I've seen I'm not a big computer game person, but I see my brother, he plays computer games all the time, and he plays this one, was it Redemption, whatever it was, and it looks so realistic. I thought it was real at one point. So I don't understand what they're going to do with Tron.
AI.
In the
AI base.
Debbie Does Donkey Kong might do better than this.
Yeah, I'd watch that. I would definitely watch that. It's Myth Pac-Man, actually.
Debbie Does Donkey Kong. Debbie Does Debbie Dallas does Donkey Kong. Debbie does Donkey Kong in Dallas.
Let's Pretty Princess Peaches.
Oh, Thomas Cruise.
Okay,
Thomas Malpopper
Cruise has been thanking the fans again this week. Can you believe it? Tom Cruise gives thanks to the critics and fans of Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning being the highest rated action movie of 2023 on Rotten Tomatoes. So he did a little video saying, thank you, we make these films for you guys. So he did the charm offensive again.
But how many action films were out that year anyway?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think maybe he should tell the other studios thank you for not releasing anything else. That would be probably more accurate.
I don't really know what his competition was for last year.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying to drum up some attention on the.
Yeah, he's keeping the momentum going, isn't he? Because his next one's not out for a year.
So this seems very false to me. I haven't seen what he said, but it feels very false.
I looked at it. Yeah, it seemed as
genuine.
Cruise as Tom Cruise.
I think Tom is a brilliant showman. You know, he's a great carnival barker. So good on him, really. I mean, he's clearly insane, but you know, I can't fault the way that he deals with fans and spends an hour on the red carpet just talking to everybody. I think he's a brilliant film
great
star.
stuntman as well.
Yeah. Fair play to the guy. I mean, he knows how to make a movie work and make money.
Yeah.
Saved Hollywood.
Yeah.
Here you go, folks. This is going quickly back to the Tron 3. Week 13 for £2. Real money, folks, allegedly. Disney's Tron.
Oh, my.
I'm not watching that.
Oh, dear.
Hold on. So,
oh dear.
What is Mission Impossible? What company or what distribution company?
Paramount.
Paramount.
Okay.
Although he has just recently signed that deal with Warner, hasn't he? So I don't know what he's. I assume the Mission Impossibles will still be owned by Paramount, though.
Yeah, Paramount likely to be sold by the end of the year, though. So Warner Brothers is the company that's most likely to buy them up.
Yeah, combining one debt with another debt to make one mega debt.
Exactly. But that's how we do it in Hollywood. It's called Hollywood accounting.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, Glenn, this dropped literally before we came on. Glenn Powell says, more news about Top Gun 3 will be revealed soon. I talk to Joseph Kosinski, Tom Cruise, and Jerry Bruckheimer all the time. There is stuff happening, and it sounds very, very exciting. So there you go, folks.
Well, the first one was basically Star Wars again. So what will the next one be? Will he have to confront his father? Yeah. No, Maverick, I am your father.
But Maverick wrapped everything up so well. Why did they do another?
Yeah. Money.
I just don't see where else they can go with it. I mean, and plus they're expecting lightning to strike twice with this. I just don't see it.
Money.
I mean, there is potential. I mean, the thing is, I mean, for all of his problems, Tom Cruise knows how to make a Tom Cruise film.
Yeah.
And those are generally audience pleasers. And again, if it's surrounded by an awful lot of sort of message-heavy, usual politics rubbish, then it could do okay. It could stand out among, in the crowd, but. You're right. I mean, we were starved of seeing that character when we got Maverick, so we were all happy to go back and see it. I don't know if that same amount of people are going to go back for this one again.
I don't know. I think he's losing it a bit because the last Mission Impossible film, even though it was enjoyable, it wasn't as good as the previous one. And I don't know, was something about that last Mission Impossible film that there's something about it I thought was just not as good.
Was plagued with production issues, and I think that hurt it a lot.
Yeah,
I think the COVID stuff didn't help it either. Yeah, there was clearly scenes where people were not in the same room as each other.
Okay, do we have anything to add? We'll move on.
I'll go see Top Gun 3. I will definitely go see Top Gun 3.
I think if the story's right, I think they could probably just about get away with it, but it's got to be the right story. I don't think it's going to do $1 billion.
That was unprecedented, but due to the conditions of cinema at the time and COVID and all the rest of it, wasn't it?
It was the right movie at the right time.
It was, exactly. Yeah, and it stayed in cinemas for about 6 months in the States. So.
Remember, it was going to be released in 2020, but he refused.
Yeah.
So he held on to it for a couple of years or a year or so.
If it's not ready, it's not ready. You rush it out, you get a Marvel movie.
It was all ready, but he wanted everybody to sit on the big screen, but because of lockdown. Okay, let's. Here you go. Yes, I know. I know. I'll shut up.
Did you see Brian's
How much is that,
comment?
I do like Brian's comment.
Brian, you are very naughty.
Brian is on fire tonight, man.
He's a very, very naughty boy.
I think it's hilarious.
Brian's my hero.
It's all justified, so.
Okay, we'll quickly move on then.
Harry Potter.
J.K. Rowling will be executive producer for the upcoming...
Got to stop you there, Brown.
No?
Let's do it like discussing film.
Oh, God, yeah.
I saw that.
Give her full title.
Known transphobe.
Yeah, I saw that.
J.K. Rowling.
Oh, jeez.
And normally I get most of my slides from discussing film.
Disgusting film.
Is this going to be a remake of Harry Potter, or is this a new character in the Harry Potter world?
There's going to be 7 seasons, one based on each book.
Yeah, this is expanded. This is basically like the expanded editions of the films spread over multiple episodes.
Oh, hold on. So basically, they're getting somebody to play Harry Potter.
Yep.
Oh God, I hope it's not going to be a little black kid or girl.
Well, I don't think J.K. will allow it.
I'm just waiting for Harry Otter and Ron Weasley, but we won't get that.
There you go.
I think as open-minded as J.K. Rowling is, I don't understand all this hatred for her and all these accusations.
Well, they can't understand it either because they can't find a single tweet that actually says anything transphobic.
Yeah, because I'm like, where is she saying all this stuff that they're accusing her of? She's actually very, very, very diverse in her writing, and I don't know. She seems to like everyone and everything. So what's the problem?
Yes.
She's a big supporter of LGBT communities and all the rest of it. She's
very progressive in her. Yeah, very, very progressive in her politics.
She's a very well-known lefty.
Except where she said that there should be women's spaces that don't include certain people who might call themselves women. So that's enough. Yeah.
But how is the fans going to accept this? I mean, there's still a lot of fans that like the old Harry Potter movies and they grew up with it and stuff like that. So how is this going to work?
Harry Potter's got an enormous fan base, and it's not limited to Twitter.
The Wizarding World of Harry Potter makes a packet every week, so clearly, and Universal is still raking it in. So
and don't forget, we've got Hogwarts Legacy, which put in 22 million copies sold and was the biggest game of last year. People don't care about these little Twitter spats that go on. They care about the product. And I, for one, am glad that she's on board because there are a lot of scenes from the books that she thought should have been kept in the movies. Me and my family, we're a bit of a Harry Potter fans. I watched the entire all 8 movies in the run up to Christmas. I'm really looking forward to it, I've got to say.
Thing is,
I'm just worried.
She does have a good hold of the actual world of Harry Potter, because I remember the Americans wanted to cast that kid from Home Alone, didn't they? And she stopped that, didn't she?
I don't remember that, but I will take your word for it.
No, they did.
You're talking about Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah. So Spielberg was, there was a point where he was going to make Harry Potter, and then that was his suggestion. Him from Home Alone. Yeah, and then she basically said no, and then the whole thing fell apart, and then and she was the one that was pushing it. So yeah, because she wanted it to be English. So, and quite rightly
he'd have been like 20 when they made those films.
I was going to say he would have been way too old anyway.
Then again, I could sort of see. I can understand why his name would have come up though, because it wasn't the first one directed by Chris Columbus.
Yes, but years
he was connected to the Home Alone films.
Yeah, so years before it got to Chris Columbus, and when the thing got going, they suggested Spielberg, and Spielberg was in talks and stuff like that. So yeah. but she was like, no, we want a British person to play Harry Potter. We don't want an American person. So, good on her, basically.
Well, and Daniel Radcliffe was the perfect Harry Potter, in my opinion. I know that's
Fantastic.
not necessarily
he
a popular opinion.
But there you go.
Well, he might not be a great person, but he was a fitting Harry Potter. So
doesn't have to work ever again, does he?
Yeah, probably not, but he still does. Not great stuff, but you do see him in stuff. So
I thought he was very good as Weird Al.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that yet, but I heard it's really good.
It's quite good.
I enjoyed it.
But that movie was a parody of someone who made parodies.
Yeah, it was. It was
which was quite clever.
It was fact then, wasn't it? Okay.
Well,
Week 13.
Sorry.
Go on.
Weird Al made a joke about if they made a biopic of him, he would want Daniel Radcliffe to do it. And so because he said that, they're like, you know what? We're going to hire Daniel Radcliffe to do your biopic. And he loved it. He absolutely loved it. So
here you go, folks. Week 13 for £2. Real money, allegedly, folks. Don't let the muggles use the wrong...
The wrong toilet, because Chris Nolan might be in there. So there you go.
6 p.m.
If it's 11 a.m. or 6
if 11 a.m. Chris Nolan's in there.
Well, they're gonna try to cancel this. They're gonna try to cancel her over all her opinions, whatever. Guess what? Last year there was a game, Hogwarts Legacy. There we go. Great transition.
Perfect.
They tried to cancel this, and they made it the best-selling game of the year. So
amazing!
Wasn't that an Alphabet Community thing where they tried to cancel it?
Yeah, very much. Going for it big time.
Yeah. They're very shouty. They're very loud, but they don't actually have a lot of power.
Just goes to show, don't it, that we have the power, and a lot of people don't realize that we can stop these people from doing rubbish.
No, I bet they, while they were uffing and chuffing about it, they'll have bought it eventually. The game eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
some of them, who knows? It was actually a pretty mid game. It wasn't that great. I mean, it was enjoyable and it was an interesting departure and exploring some of the Hogwarts history and stuff like that in there. But it wasn't an amazing game. But yeah, it sold really well. A lot of people turned up for it. So
okay, let's move on then.
Get in the bin.
Is it a picture of you, Brown?
No.
It's usually me in there, to be honest. Chat generally put me in there at least once.
No major contenders this week, really. No major contenders, really. But then, while I was putting the slides together today, I thought, okay, that's just kind of popped in there. So, speaking of video games, who saw... I think there was a big trailer for a video game this week.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this. Are we talking about a big franchise that didn't make a lot of money last year?
Yeah.
Yes, I think the game out later in the year or next year. I can't remember, but
it doesn't matter.
This year, yeah. Excellent.
We have
surprise.
I was to describe an Indiana Jones fan. That's exactly how I would put them together.
Indiana Jones for modern audiences.
Oh my
Jesus
God!
Christ!
Like
modern audiences.
There's a dangerous haircut.
That's just laying into the SJW meme.
It's laughable. It really is.
It really is. From the shaved side of the head to the rainbow T-shirt. Fucking hell. What an absolute mess. I bet that there's a strong independent woman self-insert at Kathleen Kennedy in this game.
Yes, there is.
There is. Yeah,
so what exactly is that we're looking at? How do we address it?
It.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Is it them?
I don't know.
Is it? I don't want to say the wrong pronouns.
It's Beat Bop Boop, isn't it? According to Gina Carano.
If Edward is a computer programmer, I'm sure Edward is very clever.
Okay, so it's a he, him then. Just want to make sure I didn't say him.
I called him Edward.
Edward.
Edward. That's his name, Edward.
Yeah, Edward.
Well, no, you originally said Hedward.
That was a slip of the tongue.
Look at average British nerds comment. That's pretty good. Just saying.
That's pronoun.
Yeah, fuckwit. I like it.
Could be.
Punchable face. Font.
A friend of mine said to me today that this looked good. The trailer for it or the screenshots look good. I've only seen about 2 screenshots. I didn't know anything about the production, so
it looked reasonable.
All faith has just sort of flown out of my body.
but if they're advertising it 18 months before it's out, you know they're struggling.
Yeah. Oh well.
I don't think this helped.
No, not at all.
You go pronouns fat, ugly.
Somebody said fugly.
Fugly.
Yep. He could be the next Superman. Just because he's fugly.
Listen, I hope the game's good. I hope the game's good on 2 hours.
Sure.
Yep. Bye. Okay, that's this week's in the bin, folks. Edward Curtis.
That's true.
That Sivis in the bin.
In the bin.
Okay,
and finally.
Okay, our friend Echo Chamberlain posted this, and normally I don't do any self promotion or anything, but I thought I quite like this. Echo Chamberlain, been catching up on Mr. Brown Alliance streams. Sometimes the rambling vibe with these geezers is hysterical. It's madness that this channel doesn't have. Look at that.
Well, I mean, I take offense at rambling. This is more like drivel, really, I would say.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Bogged. Yeah.
I'd be 10,000. I'd be cartwheeling. I don't know what if I ever got.
I don't think you'll be cartwheeling, mate.
Well,
I was going to say you'll break something.
Exactly.
Slowly cartwheeling.
Towing.
Sitting down.
And just moving your toes on the ground.
I'd be sitting down, folks. I will say, check out the. It's Mando, isn't it? Z. Is it Mando?
Yeah, Mando season 3.
Yep. Yeah, season 3
with that stupid robot.
It was quite amusing, wasn't it?
Oh boy. Yeah.
Dear.
Yeah, it was better watching it here than it was watching it on that is absolutely 100%.
I still can't get over. Oh yeah, no,
not Brian in the chat. Welcome to your own fellas on Mr. Brown Alliance channel.
Brian is on fire tonight, man.
Don't worry, I'll kick the hell out of him later.
No one else is going to do it for him, is it? Are they, Brian? Come on.
It's usually I was going to say it. I feel like it's usually me, but like I just love it
for once. Okay. I think that's it, folks.
Is that it?
It is.
That's it.
2 hours as well. That's compact, considering a lot of slides. That's it, folks. Chats, you are wonderful. Always, it is. It's always great to see you on this Sunday evening. Appreciate the super chats. Some mightily generous ones in there too. Thank you so much, boys and girls. We'll see you next time. I will thank the guest from the bottom, Professor R2. Cheers, mate.
Well, cheers. Thanks for having me on. Always enjoy it. Great to be here with Smilex again. Good to see you again, Rennie, Ian, Z. Great to be on. And thank you, chat. So
Z3PO.
Always a pleasure, sir. Never a chore. Thank you to the panel. Thank you to the chat. And we'll be back on Wednesday.
We will. Doing something.
Something.
I've changed the order. Smilex, thank you.
Thank you. Again, great to be here.
Mate.
I really enjoy it. And yes, R2, always good to be on the same stream as you as well. And wonderful actually getting a chance to speak to Mega Geek as well. I think this is probably the first time we've actually shared a stream. So it's very nice to do that as well. It hopefully wasn't shit.
No, it wasn't.
Echo, I remembered to check the going live and didn't stream for 15 minutes. But moving on. Reniel, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to be on with you guys again, and nice to meet you, Smilex. And just want to say appreciate the chat. Remember, you guys were #1 on the countdown last week, and I think that is well deserved. If it wasn't for you guys, Brown wouldn't be half as successful as he is. So
I think it's mainly down to me, Rennie, to be quite honest with you. I'm taking
get the fuck out. No,
yeah, we waited 3 years for him, but anyway. And last but by no means least, why is Zelda of the channel, all that malarkey? Ian David Diaz. Cheers, Ian.
No worries, guys. No worries.
I think that's it, folks. We're going to be back Wednesday. Don't know what we're doing. I've been threatening to do these hot chicks. I need to start looking at that.
Not threatening. You better do it.
We'll do it.
We're expecting it.
What about the hot dudes? We're not going
to
do
together.
Let's do the let's do the women first.
If there's more women than men on there, I will kick your ass.
I need to speak to Ruin about Attack of the Clones.
Get it together, Brown.
You've got to do it, women and men. Otherwise, Rennie won't be invested. The girls won't be invested. The boys won't be invested. You got to do men and
Nobody's
women.
invested. Fuck.
They're all invested. Seriously.
Okay. That's it, folks. We're back Wednesday. If we don't see you Wednesday, we're back at the weekend. Have a great week. If you're in the UK, try and survive the storm and being blown hard. That's it, folks. Timing.
At least you didn't have